There's a fish right there. Yep, good fish. We're out trolling for walleyes today. Man, I'll tell you, there are so many things that go into trolling that people don't think about every single day. And you know, color, lures, all kinds of different stuff. But let me tell you, I think the most important piece to trolling crankbaits for walleyes is speed. If you can get your speed right, you know, doggone it, you can catch fish pretty consistently all day long. Because there's always a speed that triggers fish. But one of the biggest tricks when it comes to speed is being able to redo that same speed, emulate it over and over and over throughout the day. Because you look at it, if you're trying to turn a handle, mess around with that, you know, you're bumping it, you're screwing with it, you're messing with it, trying to find that 1/10 of a mile an hour, it's almost impossible. And then you put conditions like this into play, and it's even worse. You know, you look at what I'm fighting here today, it's pretty big wind. We're on big water, and you know, if I can't continually emulate that same trolling speed, I'm just flat out not gonna catch as many fish. But there's a trick to how I do it. That's a great walleye, look at that. He got himself unhooked right when he hit the net too. Here we go, I'm gonna get him out of here, I'm gonna show him to you, and then I'm gonna show you how I do the speed deal to make sure that I'm consistent with it all day. Look at that, great walleye. Man, that's awesome. So here's the key, we got one, right? But how do you catch another one? How do you catch them consistently all day long and make sure that that speed is always the same? This is the answer right here. This is the Trollmaster Pro 3 system. This is what I use. Here's what's great about the Trollmaster system. Number one, this is the one that's been around forever. These guys have this dialed in. I can control my speeds in such small little increments that I can get this kicker motor to find me a 1/10 of a mile an hour, and I can go all the way up through its power range at a 1/10 of a mile an hour very, very easily. It's got a whole bunch of cool features in it. It's got an idle feature. If I hit that idle button, it just stops the boat. When I hit it again, it takes me back off just like that. The other thing it's got is a max throttle feature. So a couple of things. Number one, maybe you get yourself into a hairy spot, you see some rocks or something, some shallow water coming up. You can hit that max throttle and get yourself out of trouble. But the other thing I do with it is, as I'm trolling, if there's one thing I'm sure of, putting different actions on my lure trigger strikes. I will consistently hit this max throttle button just to speed up and speed my crankbait up. So ultimately, I can control my speed from beginning to end. Idle, max throttle, and then my trolling speed that I want to run on a consistent level, and then I can go back and redo it, because when you look at that, it shows me the number I'm on. I can then correlate it to the miles per hour that I'm looking at on my graph. That's how I maintain the correct speed all day long, no matter what the conditions, and continue catching walleyes. Awesome system. You want to catch more fish? I don't care what it is that you're fishing for. If you're trolling, you need one of these Trollmasters. This is the thing that's going to help you get it done day in and day out.